You can listen to this practice wherever it is that you find yourself today. You can be sitting down, you can be laying down, or you can even be stretching and doing things if that's what you got to do. And hopefully wherever you are at when you listen, this will still be helpful to you in some way. So if you would prefer to listen to this while being in a still position, you can just let now be the time where you allow yourself to fidget, adjust, stretch or move your body in whatever ways your body wants to move. Really doing your best to not think about these movements at all or worry about what anything looks like, but coming more fully into your sense of feeling and becoming curious about what movements feel good in your body right now and how the body is physically feeling right now. Maybe rolling out the neck, the shoulders, the spine, even the hips, the hands, the feet, just checking in with every inch of you. And if you would prefer to listen to this while being in a dedicated still position, then you may make your way there at any time if you haven't already. As you just check in that your spine is nice and straight in whatever position you have chosen. And if you're in a space where you feel safe and would like to, you can allow your eyes to gently close at any time if they aren't already. As you take this next breath of yours to mark your arrival into your practice and into your body with a full, intentional cleansing breath. So calling in air slowly in through the nose, gently filling up with air to every corner and edge of you, getting as full as you can get. And holding that for just a moment when you are full to experience what that feels like to be full of air right now. And as you need to, slowly exhale all of that out of you. Bit by bit, as you gently pull the navel in toward the spine at the bottom of your exhale to push any last bit of stagnant air out of you. As you again pause for a moment here, to just stay and experience the sense of emptiness in the body as you allow your next breath to come in as it's needed. And you may continue to breathe just like this, in this slow, intentional, and exaggerated way for as many rounds as feels good and helpful to you. Just knowing that there is no need to worry about what the actual length of your inhales and exhales and the pauses on either side are. But we are simply allowing each of these 4 parts of the breath to be exaggerated, whatever that means for you today. So when the body naturally stops inhaling, just becoming curious if you can expand your belly or maybe the back of your rib cage a little bit more to just take in one more sip of air. And before you would naturally roll over to your exhale, just seeing if you can hold off on that for one extra moment and just feel that fullness. And then as you need to, let it all out. pushing every last bit out of you and staying in that empty space for just a moment longer than you would normally. Just so that we are simply communicating to our body, to our own nervous system, that right now is a time to slow down. The breath is a bodily function that can be either voluntary or automatic. And so by voluntarily slowing down the process of your breath, we are also communicating to all the other automatic processes in the body that it is time to slow down, to relax, to release. Letting this be a practice of listening and feeling. And staying in a curious perspective. As you become curious of any expression that might be resting on your face right now, or any emotions that resting expression might communicate. Maybe noticing the brow is furrowed, or the jaw could be tense. I find even my chin can hold some tension, or the ears and the jaw. And so just by being aware of any areas of holding, tightening, and resisting, you can let the awareness itself be all that you need to instead choose to let these areas soften. And as your body exhales, allowing your jaw to hang into place. And feeling this sense that all of the muscles in the face, each tiny little muscle, all throughout the face, that's created every expression you've ever made. All of these tiny muscles are simply ungripping from the bones, releasing into the support of your own skin. Remembering how you can trust your own anatomy. And that right now, when you fully let go and fully soften the body, just like every night in your deepest state of sleep, you will never be crushed and you will never float away. But with the constant support and safety of the earth that is beneath us, and the constant support and holding of the force of gravity all around us, we are always being held exactly where we need to be. And so let yourself be held right now by whatever surface is supporting you. Release yourself fully into the surface beneath you as you let yourself be heavy and soft, as the pelvic floor widens, lengthens, And all the muscles of the legs just roll off of the bones. Simply allowing yourself to exist as you already do. And making note of any things, thoughts, feelings, sensations, ideas that are trying to grab your attention. Making note of when the mind wants to wander into the past or into the future. Or if there's maybe an area of pain present within you, physically or emotionally, or any other form of pain. Allowing yourself to do your best to soften around those things as well. To even allow the more painful aspects of life to exist. As having a meditation practice is not about constantly feeling bliss all of the time or getting rid of everything negative within you and only having love, light, and positivity within you. But this is a practice of showing up for reality, for yourself as you are in reality, and therefore for the world and the people in your life. And reality will always contain a unique combination of things that feel good and are good and make us happy and feel joyful and connected and loved, and a mix of all the opposite emotions, feeling pain and sorrow and disconnected. And every nuanced emotion in between. So you are allowed to be whatever unique mixture of things you are right now. Oftentimes when we are experiencing pain, the heaviest or thickest layer of that pain that we feel can oftentimes be our resistance to what is. It's almost like a record scratch, or like reality is not lining up with what you want and what you wish was happening. And so we have all these different defense mechanisms we have in place to protect ourselves that serve a purpose and once served a purpose for you to protect you. And at the same time, you are allowed to acknowledge the parts of you that maybe you don't like so much, or maybe you would like to change, and the parts of life that you don't like and want to change. It is okay to acknowledge things that are not always 100% positive and full of love and light, because life is not full of love and light all of the time. Every single thing in nature moves through seasons of growth and expansion and of death and decay. And we do not blame the trees when they shed their leaves. We do not get angry at the flowers when they die off for the season. We don't get upset at the grass when it turns brown because it hasn't been raining enough. And so you do not need to be angry, upset, or down on yourself when you are in phases that are less than pleasant, where you feel like you're in the darkness a bit, or like you're shedding some leaves, or moving through a more difficult season of life. You do not need to make the difficult seasons of your life any more difficult by then piling on to yourself and making yourself feel bad for something you already feel bad about. Because that is what keeps us stuck in that cycle. And so the way we can break free from these cycles that we will continually get insidiously pulled back into throughout life, the way we can get out is simply by recognizing the cycle is occurring and that we are repeating a pattern that we don't want to, or we are behaving in ways that we would rather not. And simply accepting that fact and remembering that the first step in any real change in life, especially personal evolution change, the first step will always be acceptance, acknowledging that there is something that needs to be changed and accepting that. And then making the next right decision. Letting your small actions, the small daily actions, and the way that you spend your time and your life be opportunities for you to grow a little bit closer to the version of yourself that you see in your head, the version that you want to be. And just know that each and every day you make even just one step in that direction, doing one extra thing for yourself, taking that one extra moment to sit in some silence in the morning, or take a deep breath, or let the sun shine on you, or watch the birds outside. Just any moments that you spend in this moment with yourself and with nature will be of benefit to you. It is never a waste of time. But it allows time to almost slow down in this infinite moment that is now. And so you can just take the next minute or so to sit in silence with yourself and continue to soften your body and mind into whatever it is you're feeling, and allow anything, any messages that need to come through to you to come through, and allowing anything that needs to leave you to simply float away. And you can now let some of your awareness come to rest in the palms of both of your hands. As you start to feel the pulse that exists in the palms of both hands, the steady rhythm of your heartbeat pumping life throughout your entire body, and allowing the pulse of your hands to be drawn toward each other as your hands come together in a prayer position toward heart center. And just feeling this contact of your palms and fingertips to one another. Feel them pulsing back and forth to one another as you let your heart lift toward your thumbs as your thumbs press back toward your heart. Tuning in to the rhythm of your own life. And if it feels like something you'd like to do, you can take a final deep and full breath of air into the body, filling up the most you have today. And as you exhale, letting go of anything at all you're ready to let go of, as you allow your head to gently bow. Just taking this moment to bow to the source of energy that allows all of our hearts to beat, whatever you believe that to be. And bowing to everyone else in this space who has listened and completed this practice right alongside you. And finally, bowing to yourself for choosing to show up today and taking the time out of your busy life for this pure act of self-love and self-care. And may this act continue to heal you through the rest of your days and nights. And may you bring the same love and understanding to everything you do and to everyone that you see. Thank you, thank you, thank you.